This challenge is hosted by Heidi Sonboul DIY. Go check her out. Tell her KraftyLeeny sent you. Okay, first we're going to start by removing that raffia bow and the string on this wood plaque. I call them wood plaque from Dollar Tree. And I'm also using the spackle from Dollar Tree just to fill up that hole. It only needs a tiny bit. I use this apple barrel, the aqua sky, and just painted the whole entire thing. And I did mix a little Waverly white chalk paint with that. After I was done with that, I got the Waverly white chalk paint by itself and just started dry brushing it here and there just to give it a shape, some dimension. There we go. So you just keep doing that until your eyes are smiling, like I say, till you're happy. And I added this chocolate brown and burnt umber also in the apple barrel, plaid apple barrel. And I just go and dry brush around, just like I said, so everything stands out a little more. And you just, like I say, keep doing this until you're happy. If you go too dark, add a little bit more light. If you go too light, add some dark. Very simple. Don't be afraid to do this. It's very simple. And don't forget to do your sides. I'm always stressing about that. Make sure your sides are done so everything looks complete. Now I'm just putting some Mod Podge in the center, and I cut out some burlap material and I just laid it right on top. And make sure you're generous with your Mod Podge when you do this, because you want your burlap to stay and not, fall apart, because we all know burlap is a picky material. So I'm using this roll I did get at Hobby Lobby. And it's so simple. I put the Mod Podge, here we go, we put the Mod Podge down. And then I laid the material on top, the burlap. And then my scissors, you just follow along. It's so simple because the pumpkin has some little grooves. So you just follow along that and you get the shape of where you want your material, your burlap. Very easy. So then you go and you just put, again, some generous amount of the Mod Podge right on top. And I was pulling some of the strings because I want it to look rustic, harvesty, rustic. I was going for that kind of feel. And the Mod Podge will dry clear, so you'll see the burlap more. Right now it's white because it's all still fresh. And you just repeat the same process on the other side. You could dry brush colors on top of the burlap, but I wanted it to stand out, the burlap to stand out once it dries. Now I'm putting that aside to dry, and I'm getting this wire wreath. And I got this at Dollar Tree, and the ribbon also from Dollar Tree. Love, love, love this ribbon. Oh my goodness. Is it not pretty? I absolutely love this one. Looks very harvest, very fall. Oh, absolutely love that color. So you just keep wrapping it around, and you put some glue on. See how I just put some on the wire? I always fold over my ends and press down. I didn't do the whole wreath because I'm going to add that pumpkin on there also. And it's a little easier for the pipe cleaners to tie around the wires. So I just made your simple bows. And you put a little snip on each side. Gather in the middle and I get that pipe cleaner and I hold it really tight and just twist. I am not a professional bow maker. I say that on every video because I'm not, but I'm happy with what I do. And that's the important thing, guys, is always be happy with what you do because it is your signature. It is going in your home or as a gift if you're giving it to somebody. So you are happy with it. That's the most important thing. And have fun making it. So now you're just going to fluff out your bow. And you play with it. You just fluff it out. And then I just added it right to the wreath on the corner. Now I took that pumpkin and I turned it backwards and I cut a pipe cleaner in half. And I roll my pipe cleaner. I put a generous amount of glue, hot glue, and hot glue. And I move it around, and then as it dries, I just turned it. See, right there. I just show you. I don't even have to tell you. Look at that. And I just twisted around the wires, which is nice because if I ever want to change it up or remove it, I can. I think that's why I like using these wire wreaths. And you just twist it tight. I got another little bow and added it with the raffia that came originally on the pumpkin that I took off. I ended up putting back on. And some greenery pieces. And then this pick I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just put it right there, bent the pick over. I didn't even cut it. I just bent it and glued it right underneath that pumpkin. Well, the stick part. Does that make sense? And then I added some of these burlap sunflowers that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I just put that in there just to put some more burlap in there. And some more little pieces of greenery. I did add a Dollar Tree pick underneath the bow on the top. And I also added some tails underneath my bow. So I just tucked that under there and just ducktailed them. And then twirled them around. I added another sunflower to the bottom. And I ended up adding some grapevine sticks from an old grapevine wreath that I had broke apart. And I just added that to my wreath on the top and on the bottom, just to give it more of a festive fall, autumn feel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And thank you for visiting me today. It was my pleasure crafting with you. Till next time, guys. Bye.